guys, today I'm going to be doing a non-spoiler review on Binge by Tyler Oakley. This book is a collection of stories from all throughout Tyler's life, and in it he shares a lot of experiences that he has not yet shared with his internet community. I think that it takes a lot of courage to open up about some of the things that he talked about in this book and to be as completely open and honest as Tyler was, so I definitely have to give him props for that. Within the course of the book, he opens up about everything from relationships to eating disorders to even what his real name is. So there's really something in it for anyone to be able to relate to. This book was super interesting to read because it's so different from any other celebrity memoir that I've read. I'm a huge fan of Tyler Oakley, and when you watch his videos, you really feel like you get to know him as a person. So reading this book was just like reading something that a friend wrote. But the one thing that really stood out to me was obviously he was sharing these stories with people because they didn't know these things about him. So it really just goes to show that watching a video, you really are just seeing what that person wants you to see, and you're never really seeing the whole story. Like I said, this book was like reading about a friend, so some of the stories that he talked about were really heartbreaking to read, but I do think that Tyler had a really great balance of heavy chapters and light chapters every so often, just to break up the heaviness of the book. After he talked about a couple really deep things, he would throw in a chapter that was just really light and fun and funny and made me laugh so hard. He did a really great job with that balance of the light and dark. I have been hearing a lot of really mixed things about this book. Some people absolutely loved it, whereas other people thought that he came off as very entitled or like he was talking down to his readers, and I really thought the exact opposite of that. There are even a few stories in the book talking about how he had to stay grounded and stay humble as he was being swept up in internet popularity, which really only took place over the past 3 years, because he only started going viral in 2013, which is not that long ago. And that's not always something that we think about because Tyler Oakley is such a big name in the media and on YouTube. He's basically the queen of YouTube. And there are also some stories later on, after he established that popularity, of how the pressure really started to get to him. And I think that that was a really interesting thing to read about, because it's not something that we think about, especially if you're a fan of Tyler Oakley and you know his videos. He is always such a positive influence and such a positive light on the internet that it was a really important thing to read about the other side of that, where there is that pressure and everything that goes along with becoming popular on YouTube. As he wrapped everything up in the last few pages, I really feel like we got to see Tyler for who he is, and that's a person. He's just a person like everyone else, and the ending of the book just left me feeling very refreshed and almost motivated to move forward with my channel and my life. I gave this book a 4 out of 5 stars on Goodreads. I ended up reading this book in one sitting, and dare I say, I really enjoyed binging on everything this book had to offer. See what I did there? The only thing I did want to say was I was a little surprised at how inappropriate the book was at times. Not that I wasn't expecting it, because he's an adult and he can say whatever he wants to say, but he was 100% unfiltered, and because of that, I don't think that I would really want younger readers reading this. So I was just a little surprised, just because his fan base is a little bit younger than other fan bases. I know there's a lot of followers between the ages of, 12 to 15, and I just really don't think that this book is that appropriate for that age group. So that's just something to keep in mind. If you guys have read Binge by Tyler Oakley, let me know what you thought about it down below in the comments. If you want me to do more of a spoilery book talk on it, where I talk about some of my favorite stories and what I thought about specific stories, let me know down below in the comments and I will do that for you. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!